What's going on, YouTube? Razor's back with another banger. I'm going through, so I just went through a breaker right, but this isn't gonna be no gameplay about COD, obviously, because we're not on COD, but like, this really just gonna be a like message to y'all from me, from Razor. You could consider it, which I'm probably gonna say. But let's just get straight into it, right? This is to help people out, because I know how it feels to go through pain and everything. No matter how hard life be getting, whether it's hella hard, whether you just lost your job, your girlfriend just broke up with you, your wife broke up with you, whatever you want to consider it that you might be going through, it's going to get better from there. Trust me when I say that. I've heard that shit a million times, and yes, it might get annoying once you hear that shit so much. But that is the simple truth. It gets annoying. Yes, I understand when people say, "Oh, it's gonna get better." You get annoyed because like you heard that shit so many damn times, but it don't feel like it's getting better. Right? I completely understand why you say with that and everything, but when I say I mean it, it does get hard, yes, and everything, but you gotta think of it like this. Difficult roads often leads to beautiful destinations. That's probably one of my favorite sayings is those difficult roads, right, often would lead you to a beautiful destination. Because whether it's a heartbreak, that's just a lesson from God trying to show you this is what you did wrong in the relationship. Even if you don't think you did stuff wrong, you have to stay in the dark. You have to go and cry and think about what happened in the relationship, why it broke up, if you can. If you and your girl land down and get to him saying you just weren't good enough for me, say what the fuck did I do, right? Don't obviously love a girl how your ex wanted you to love her. Because in reality, no one wants to be loved the same way as other people. Some people just want reassurance. Some people just want love. Some people want to feel love. Some people want someone to be there in the corner. Some people, people want different things from people, right? And just don't love the girl who fucking said, "Oh, you're not enough for me in this." Love her the same way she want love because that's not really how it is. You want to learn from the mistakes you made, right? You want to learn, okay, this is what happened. Okay, this is what I did wrong. Okay, that makes sense. I'm going to do better about this, right? You got to think of it in that scenario because that's of how I think of it is. So I look back in the relationships I was in, right, where I was like, what did I do wrong? That's what did I do wrong in that situation, right? What could I have done better? What did I mess up about that, right? And then I figured out, okay, that's what I did. So I learned from those mistakes, right? And try better next time. Because in reality, no one is perfect. No one is. People made mistakes. People who say they're perfect is lying their ass off because no one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. And it be low-key pissed me off of how everyone be like, oh, I didn't make a mistake in this. Oh, blah, blah. Everyone made a mistake, whether you were too clingy in a relationship, whether this is mostly about relationships, yes. Like because a lot of people are going through heartbreaks. Yes, I know some people don't are not in the relationship stage yet, right? But people be going through fucking heartbreak and shit a lot. And I just want to say this: fucking yes, whether you were too clingy, whether you just simply straight up wasn't there for them uh mentally. You may have been there physically. You may have thought you've been there, but to some females, you wasn't really there. you, you wasn't there how they wanted you to be there. But don't mean oh my girl wanted me to be there for her physically and mentally. Don't just do that just for the next girl, because some girls obviously don't want to be loved how the past girl wants to be loved, right? And no matter how hard life gets and shit, don't fucking go once your friends about it straight up and be like, oh, me and my girl had an argument. This was the argument about this, what I said, and shit like that. Because in the end of the day, I had learned this the hard way. Some people who you would call brother, people who you would die for, people who you would ride or die for that you would consider your brother, aren't always your brothers. They are secretly preying on your downfall because there's no one who really wants you to win except for your father. That's really obviously God and your father is the only people who wants to see you become a better man than them, right? And you might be like, and some people's dads harder than them, right? But for all how I have realized it is, if I like my father told me, if he wasn't an asshole to me at least some points in life, he wouldn't love me. He's trying to say, if I wasn't hard on you, I wouldn't be showing you love because love isn't easy. As Bob Marley or Bob Ross said, one of those singers said, or one of those people Bob said is, love isn't easy. If it's easy, it isn't love. That's true. Love will bring you heartbreak. Love will bring you pain. All this and that, right? Said what? That's true, right? And so that's something I had to learn, and that's something that does hurt. trust me, as I've been there before too, where you're like, damn, I gave this girl my all. Oh, damn, I bought her a wedding ring. Oh, damn, I bought her diamonds on her wrist, or this and that. Yes, may have done that, but that's not what they really wanted. Whether they wanted you for lust and whatnot, right? Because I've been in every situation before. I've been in a relationship to where a female wanted me for lust, and I wasn't in for that. And I could tell, so I left her straight up, or when I was younger and I was too blind for that. I wasn't there because someone just wanted time to fuck around with someone to get over their ex. Until their ex or some other guy came through. I've been that type of guy. I was a rebound guy. I was the guy to a, I was even the guy to where I fucked up, fucked the relationship over, and ruined things, whether it was because you cheated, whether because you wasn't there for them, whether it's just bad timing, whatever it is, I've been that guy. Right, and I'm just trying to say, no matter how hard it is, don't fucking, just because your ex cheats on you doesn't mean you go out and cheat on them, because two wrongs don't make a right. And that's hella true. Two wrongs won't ever make a right. It's just going to bring you more pain. Some people will cheat on their partner saying, oh, it says get back. No, that's not fun. Get back. That's going to make your partner trust you less, but you already trust your partner less, right? It won't make things better. It's just going to make things worse. And I'm going to just say this, whether you and your partner does get in a relationship, or whenever you get in a relationship and you and your partner have an argument, don't yell at them, okay? Especially if you're a guy to a female. Yes, you might have anger issues and shit, but don't ever yell at your girl. If you need to have a conversation with her, and I got this from my homeboy, I'm gonna be honest. And yeah, but he fucking said, whatever you do, gang, don't yell at your girl. If you want to have a talk with her, don't just be like, we need to talk. Say, we need to have a talk, it's nothing bad. Why? Because if they're an overthinker, they're gonna start overthinking. Their gears in their head is gonna start turning. Like, what does this dude want to talk about? Is it bad or is it good? That's the same thing with fucking females. Believe it or not, is the guys who overthink the most, in my opinion, be the most loyal, be most lovable, most loving, truthful guys. Because they've been through that pain. There's a reason they overthink, because they've been through that pain. They just want to be loved. Right, and they simply haven't been loved, and so they're overthinking everything because it seems too good to be true. Yes, if you and your partner has an argument, don't yell at them, okay? As hard as it may be, don't yell at them. Take a breath, cool down. If you feel like you're gonna yell at them, like, can I step out of the room? Because obviously I might hurt you and I don't want to. And not even in that way. I'm not saying like, oh, you might lay a hand on her. Words affect people also. That's what some people don't realize, and that's why what I hate is people won't realize that at some points. Words do really hurt you. They can say something little in their head, it might be something little, but in the moment it's actually hurtful as a motherfucker. And then once you go through it, you're like, oh damn, what I said was wrong. Oh damn. Right? I'm just trying to say, no matter how hard life you get and shit, don't fucking give up on shit. This might be one of the worst talk videos I've had, because it's my first one and shit, but like, I mean it, chat. Because like I said before earlier, difficult roads often leads to beautiful destination, because pain just builds you stronger. It keeps building you stronger and stronger and stronger. Right? Because that is true. And so yeah, like, I'm looking at other things. It says the comeback is always stronger than the setback. And it's true, because the setback, yes, may bring you a lot of pain, but then it's going to show a lot of people, in my eyes, damn, look at what happened. For example, you could take a heartbreak like I do. If a girl breaks my heart, I use it as fuel. I use it as motivation. I use it as a drive to become better, to show them, damn, this is what happened since you messed with me, since you broke my heart. I'm going to become a better me. I'm going to make it to where you can't have me, but make you want me, if you didn't want me before. Right? Because at the end of the day, boom, that's what it's really meant for. Is if you're going through a tough time, use that as motivation, use that as fuel. Because I've been there before. I've been through a lot of pain before, right? That was looking clean. But yeah, like, that just be happening, right? And so, don't let your struggle become your identity. Off the fully top of my head, I'm trying to think of it. I don't know what that exactly means, but what I'm guessing it means is fucking, don't let your struggles, so like, let's say for example, a girl broke your heart. Don't let that be the reason you are who you are. Let it, don't let it become your identity. Don't let that be the reason you are who you are. Like, if a girl broke your heart so bad you're cold-hearted, don't let that be the reason why you're cold-hearted. Well, I mean, yes, as hard as it could be, obviously, it's true though. if when you feel like quitting, chat, remember why you started, right? Now, ready for some people this might not get it, but to me, I fully understand this one. Right when I said it, is you started doing this. Why did you, for example, you want to become a YouTuber? Why did you start becoming a YouTuber, right? And then, but when you want to give up, like as I was at a point in my life where I feel like YouTube isn't meant for me, and I felt like giving up on YouTube, I had to think about it, sit back and think about it. Why did I start doing YouTube? Once I thought about it and I realized this is why I did YouTube. I used that as motivation. I used that as fuel because whether it was I wanted to see my mom in a fucking new car, whether it's to see her have everything she ever wanted in life, whatever it was, that's why I did it for. Well, I'm not gonna obviously give out my full information of why I did this YouTube as my journey and shit, right? But that's what I do. Is like I think back of okay, why did I do YouTube? And then I use that as motivation because in reality, that is true. With faith, even the smallest step forward is progress. What that one means, chat, and that's low key good one also. All these are obviously good, but like this is a good one. With fucking when it says with faith, even the smallest step is progress. Even if the smallest step is you getting a car, but your goal is to become a millionaire, that is still a process. But that is still a step because, but that's even still progress because to get a millionaire, you might have to sell the car and get money. Like you might have to flip the car, for example, right? That's how I think of it is. Whether you had fucking this, that happen to you, like the lyric how it just said it is why I said it the way I said it, because that's the easiest way in my mind is whether it was because you want to be a millionaire. If you have to, the first step was getting a car because you could flip the car to get a better car to get money, right? To get a car to get to your job, shit like that, right? I look at this guy here, damn, shit like that, right? And so, for example, some here like tough times never last, but tough people do. That one, I'm gonna be honest, that's not one of my favorite. Yes, some people might disagree, but in my opinion, it isn't. Life's toughest battles often leads to its greatest victories. It's true because you gotta think about it like this, right? Think about it as an NFL team lost the Super Bowl, right? But they come back the next season, win a Super Bowl. The reason why is because they had fuel. They were like, I don't want to lose again. Get that close and just lose, right? So obviously that's why they didn't shit. Often, like it said, the life's toughest battles often lead to its greater victories. That's why. It's because the battle you fought in silence, whether it was silence, whether it's out loud, whether it's heartbreak, whether it's losing your job, whatever it is, that would lead to a bigger victory, right? Because that would bring you out your lowest, and you obviously want to be known, like, I don't know how to fully explain it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Every storm once out of rain, that is true, because life will always get hard, right? But it won't always stay hard. There's gonna be a point in your life where life feels great, where you're like, the rain is finally over now. Yes, it may come back again. I've been there to before. I was like, oh yes, life is so great. It can't ever get worse. But I hate to say it, but it can get worse. I don't know if I said this in the beginning of the video or not, but you always gotta think the guy upstairs, the guy who woke you up and everything, right? As I'm saying, God, Jesus, whatever you want to call him, right? Because as in within a split of a second, he'll take that away from you. Whether it's your girlfriend, whether you are grateful enough for to have her, he can, boom, just a snap away from taking her away. Obviously, yes, fucking, you might sit there and be like, damn, why the fuck did you do that? I loved her deeply. Why did you do that? It's to build you stronger. It's because you didn't realize it, but he realized you're not loving her the way you should be loving her. You you are basically taking advantage of her, wherever it might be. That's why, and I just want to say that's like the whole reason. Child, like we go through pain and shit, and like I said before, this is a video to tell y'all, no matter how hard it is or whatever it might be, don't give up. Like this is a video from Razr to y'all because I've been in the six years before, and like I said before, I've been through heartbreak. Like I said in the intro, I've been through heartbreak from a girl who I love deeply. into things, yes. And you might be like, oh, you must never cared if you simply fucking are crying or if you don't have a sad voice. The reason why, chat, is because it took me time. I saw a text, obviously I broke down. Right, but then I had to fucking build from it. I had to look at it and be like, damn, that hurts. It stings. Like, I'll be honest, it still does sting in my heart. But like I have in my bio, this is for positivity. I'm not fun coming in here to crying to y'all because that isn't positive. That's negative. That's negative energy. I'm in here to be positive streamer and everything, right? Bring positive energy. But that would be the end of the video. But I'm just gonna put the link to my Instagram, to my TikTok, to my Snapchat, all in the bio, all in the comment section below. So y'all can reach out to me if y'all need anything, whether it's just a simple, yo, I'm a huge fan. Whether it's a, damn, that just really backing up. Or whether it's just a, yo, I'm going through a hard time. Could you talk to me? Yeah, I got you. Whether it's a, yo, your videos help me out so much. Whatever it might be, don't even afraid to head out because I'll be honest, I don't have no one in my DMs. As some people might say, oh, that's embarrassing. It's whatever, you know, I'm a small YouTuber and shit. But I am trying to go big. I have faith in that myself and everything, right? But that's just the end of the video. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys like, subscribe for more bangers, and peace.